TV family, catch us live on your TV screen.
You are back with the one and only XA. If you've just tuned in, my name is Lauren Jaffe, and I never travel alone. Other presenters on the show, we have Lama, we have Loa, and of course we have some incredible guests. Today we're interviewing some lovely souls from the one and only Releasing Eagles. So we have Danique, Megan, and Alutando. How are you guys feeling?
Very good.
Nervous? It's okay. We can feel the nervous energy, channel it into good energy. And you know, I mean, Releasing Eagles is all about people, right? And being nervous is part of being a person. So it works. So I want to, before I delve into, the journeys of how you all got involved, Megan, I'm going to ask you, what is Releasing Eagles all about and how did it start?
Thank you. Thank you so much, Lauren, for having us here today. Well, the Releasing Eagles really is a mentoring and coaching organization. The owner, Candace Boyson, she was 12 years old when she started mentoring.
12.
Exactly, I know.
Now I feel like I've underachieved in life.
I know, like the standard is very high. But she started bringing girls home from school, and that's where mentoring really started. But in 2011, it really started taking off, where the first mentoring sort of organization started within Cape Town. And since then, we've started mentoring young girls since 2011. We've gone on to mentor young men. And that's where it really started. We've even gone on now to train other organizations in mentoring and coaching. Of course, there's the coaching sphere of all of that. It's just huge, and it's catapulted where, we want to really see every child have that someone by their side to walk that journey with them.
I think you're hitting on some really good, points there. It almost makes me think of therapy. Like therapy should be accessible for everybody.
Yes.
And mentoring is almost like less stigmatized, that people can have somebody to talk to help them along that path, like you were saying.
Absolutely.
So for either one of you, you guys can decide who wants to answer. How did you land up with being involved with Release the Eagles? How was that journey for you?
I became part of Releasing Eagles through my scholarship. I have a scholarship for that funds my high school. So they partnered up with Releasing Eagles, and they asked some of the scholars, would you like to be part of a mentoring program? And I said yes. So that's how I got into partnership with Releasing Eagles.
So Danique, I'll ask you, what would you say is a day-to-day when it comes to mentoring?
Well, it's a pretty relaxed environment, no pressure. Yeah, like you said, it's almost like therapy. So you get to express yourself, your concerns, to your mentor. And so, and from there you build a relationship with your mentor. And your mentor obviously is there to guide you, to take you under their wings and so that you can soar and fly like an eagle.
I mean, the name clearly is there for a reason. So Megan, I want to ask you, in terms of the setup, the logistical work behind it, what are the setups for those mentors? Is it career path specific? Is it maybe somebody who just needs some motivation as a teenager? What are those restrictions and requirements? What is all of that about?
Awesome. I'm glad you asked me that question, because today I think you're focusing on health and wellness as well. Yes, which is great. Well, first of all, let's go way back. There's a mentee, and then there's a mentor, and then there's a coach. So the coach looks after the mentor looks after the mentee.
A healthy ecosystem.
Very healthy ecosystem, which we're all about. It's sustainable as well. And we even have now where mentees are starting to step up to want to be a mentor, taking someone younger. If we look at African principles from way back, the young person was always, coupled up with someone older. So that's the idea. In terms of the logistics and the programs, we look at all spheres of the individual, really. So we look at your emotional health, your physical health, financial health, your social awareness, your adaptability in the world today. Literally every sphere is looked at. And so we look at the health and wellness of the individual holistically.
It sounds like that really beautiful, wholesome, holistic approach, that, and I think in this day and age, we're starting to acknowledge that physical is connected to emotional is connected to spiritual, that there's nothing that exists by itself in one silo.
Yeah, let me just add mental as well.
Yes,
the mental
definitely.
wellness, which is an area we also focus on a lot. In fact, we have a workshop coming up this weekend on
exciting.
Mental wellness. So it's very important, especially now in COVID-19 times, where the mental health of our youth has really been compromised.
Yeah. Do you want to tell me more about that workshop that's coming up this weekend?
So we're very excited. We have,
I can tell.
yeah, very excited because we have a young woman who's presenting this workshop, and we love really digging into our own ecosystem, so to speak. So people that we know, we've got so many young professionals within the organization, and we make use of those skills. So the workshop's coming. I'm not sure what the content is, but it is around mental wellness. It is around adapting to this time during COVID-19, where people are really missing that connection with one another, if you know what I mean. And so that has, of course, we've seen the numbers of depression and anxiety it's through the roof at the moment.
Yeah.
And so we want to help. And so our mentors have signed up for it. We have to do it online, of course. It's COVID.
It's tough, but
Yeah.
it's part of the new world.
Exactly.
I
So
was-
it's coming up this weekend, and just very excited.
I was just thinking about how I've done close to 50 Zoom calls in the past 3 weeks. I just don't want to look at a screen anymore, but we have to adapt to it,
Yes,
right? We just have
yes.
to be part of that. So for you guys, as would you say your mentees,
Yes,
You
I'm
ma-
a step-up mentor.
a step-up mentor? So you took the journey from mentee to mentor. So what would you say for both of you? What has the highlight been so far? Being part of this phenomenal organization, just human to human.
I think the highlight for me is just having someone that you can talk to about literally anything, and having someone that you know is always there for you, and just someone that you can literally call and be like, hey, listen, I'm not okay, and they'll be ready to talk to you. And if they're not, obviously they'll tell you, but it's just knowing that there's always someone there.
And should we pass the mic to you so you can also give an answer?
I would say my highlight is the fact that you get to grow personally, your mentor isn't just your mentor. He or she becomes like family to you, as well as the program as well. So, yeah, personal growth and personal development is a highlight for me.
I think that's so beautiful, it really, and like you were touching on with COVID, it is rough. Every time we think we can see the light at the end of the tunnel, Uncle Cyril hops on our screens again and is like, listen, guys. I feel bad for him. He's just the bearer of bad news at the moment. For anybody sitting at home right now who's feeling a little, discouraged, a little just not so lacquer, what would your word of advice to be for them if they want to get hold of you guys, if they want to get involved, any websites, any socials, anything like that?
Well, yeah, definitely. They can actually, firstly, I would say log on to our website. It's releasingeagles.co.za. And then check us out on Instagram and Facebook. We're very active on our social media handles. On Insta, it is at @releasingeagles_South Africa. And on Facebook, Releasing Eagles South Africa. So get to know us, get onto our website, fill out an inquiry form, and let's talk. Let's start talking about how we can help and how we can steer you in the right direction.
So make sure that you slide into their DMs. They want you to. But right now, an exclusive music video, Mama Vuso with Lama. Stay tuned, guys. Well done.
Sweet lovely, let's go. Let go. Sweet lovely, let go. Let go. When not handy, when not handy,
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, those were the sweet sounds of Mo Mavuso with Sweet Lolly, otherwise known as Umbongeni Mavuso, born and bred and raised at KZN, where he fell in love with umculo ekhuliswa ngumakhulu wakhe. He was only 5 years old when he knew that he can hold a note and exactly pin it lento izokwenza uthande umculo. He's a professional nurse. However, his love of the music industry didn't let him go. So it held him by a grip. Hence, he was propelled to do this music thing. Welcome to the show, Mo. How are you?
Thank you so much. I'm good, and how are you guys?
We are super. A nurse, a musician. Uphi kahle kahle, are you in the middle? What's your first love?
I'm grabbing both. I'm grabbing both. So I'm in the middle, but yeah.
You know, because you healing the nation here, you heal them physically, close esibhedlele, and then you heal them emotionally, and you're feeding their souls when you're in the sound booth and you release umculo. You were part of a group that landed you round yokugqibela kwi-X Factor. How was that experience for you?
Yo, that experience was my highlights in my life. I had the opportunity to have with the likes of Oskid, X-Face ABC One, and so for me, that was the experience, and I learned a lot of things.
Yes. You in the future you plan to work with the likes of or Heavy K or Black Coffee or DJ Fresh. What attracts you kakhulu kwezo musicians zinjalo? What is it that you love about them?
Touching to that, you know, since I've started doing my interviews, I always mention the people that I want to work with, and I'm so excited that 2 weeks back, Black Coffee spoke, not Black, oh, I think it's coming. Heavy K spoke to my manager, Charlie Communications, so he would love to work on something with me. So I'm very excited. I'm coming to Joburg soon.
Halala!
I'm very happy. The thing and attractive to these musicians in the consistent is being true to who they are, being true to their genre of music, and especially with the Black Coffee, being able to take the sound and whatever he learns in South Africa, so I think that's what I would like to carry Nami as an artist. So I really look up to them.
Spot on. Last year, for everybody in the world, it was very difficult. It is when COVID-19 took the world by storm, and you saw what it did to patients and families, and you wrote a song for them.
I actually did. I wrote a song called Hamba Kahle, which was dedicated to everyone who lost their loved ones. It's a beautiful song. It's available downloading digital platforms. And I also lost some of my friends, close friends of mine. So it's a beautiful song, but it doesn't really depress you. I depress, so you can still have hope when you listen to the song. So yeah.
Mo, 2021 came February. Everybody's celebrating love, Valentine's Day. And you also did something there. You penned a song for couples.
Yeah, I released a song called Sweet Lowly.
Yes.
You can just hear, you can hear by the name, you know.
I love it. I love it.
You know, love is very sweet.
Yeah.
It doesn't suppose it isn't this.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, hence I wrote a song Sweet Lowly because it's supposed to be sweet, but the song and it does encourage couples to always solve their problems, and it further says don't listen to what other people are saying about our relationship. Focus on a partner. When you have problems, solve them with your partner. Don't a third leg doesn't work. It always destroy ezinye. So it's a beautiful song, I think, and it's out. It's available in all downloading digital platforms, and the music video for the song is out as well.
Mo, if ungumdu or honest, would you say that you wrote that song because you had a personal experience? Who did what? Hey.
What experience?
The third party entering the relationship over there. No?
Hey, Leon, no comments.
No comment. We are in the middle of the year, and Sayazi, as the artist, you are very busy. You're going into studio. You are ready to release Izindo. Kani's Pekile are ready for the rest of the world for us to hear. What can we expect from you? What's next from Mo Mavuso?
So what's next for Mo Mavuso? I am releasing another single next month.
Yes.
It's very, very hot. It's hot. izokuvusela amadlozi. It's very cultural, but you're gonna dance to the song. I'm also releasing an album this year.
Yes.
Hopefully, yes. So I'm releasing an album this year, and I'm also gonna be dropping a music video before the end of the year for my second single. We are hoping that we're not sure of the future when it comes to with this pandemic, and because it's affecting us as an artist. So sometimes we can plan, like I would love to travel around South Africa, starting from Durban, Joburg, Cape Town, move around, doing my live events, because in live show, live band, that's who Mo is. If you can just join one of my live shows, I promise you, even if you've never cried your whole life, I will make sure that I drain that tear out of you, because that's what I love doing. So we are hoping. I don't know what's the outcome with this pandemic. Hopefully, because we are getting a vaccine, man, it's gonna go down so that the events are opening up.
Tell you what about this show. We love crying in this show. So if you find yourself in Cape Town, please come and perform live at the studio.
I will. Thank you. No, I'll come. Most definitely. Most definitely.
Thank you so much, Mo, for making time for Excel Live. It has been a wonderful chat with you, and we thoroughly love Uloli. Yes, all the best for the future.
Thank you so much, Ndiabulela.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that is your Ness, healing you physically as well as spiritually and emotionally. Mo Mavuso, go out there, support the young man, buy his music, and do enjoy. We're quickly going to an ad break. When we return, they still love Excel Live right here on Cape Town Television.
Sweet lovely, let's go. Let go. Sweet lovely, let go. Let go. When not handy, Papa, when not handy, Papa,
CTV family.